Hello, good day, and welcome here in LATOKEN Venture Capital TV. We have a great show today, great guests, and great news for you. It'll be a fantastic show. My name is Javier, and today I'll be your host. And like every session, we want to bring you the innovation, technology, and solutions. The best part is you get to hear it directly from the CEOs and the founders of the project. And it gets even better because you can make questions. You can write down your comments in the chat box. We will address it. So it's a fantastic opportunity to get information from the founders of the project. Now, before we move on to interview, as a reminder, you can see our previous shows and content by visiting latoken.com/VCTV/shows. You can follow us on our socials like Facebook and Twitter. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button because you always get informed of great content, opportunities, and even giveaways. One last reminder before we jump on this show is that anything mentioned here is not any type of financial advice. Please do your research before making any decision. It's your choice, it's your responsibility. So, with that said, I would like to introduce the team of BioFi, fantastic team, Tyler, Chris, Brian, Cody. Gentlemen, how are you?
Well,
Good.
thank you, Javier. How about yourself?
Great. It's fantastic to have you here. I know you have a lot of fresh news, exciting news for us. So it's actually I don't know where to start, but it's really good. Yep.
I was gonna say let's let Brian kick it off.
Okay. So then some of our traders might not have seen our previous interview that we had with BioFi. So I would like to ask you, gentlemen, Brian, you can please introduce yourselves to BioFi ecosystem and your role in the Ethos Metaverse.
Yeah, thank you so much, Javier. My name is Brian Ma, CEO of Finovant, and thank you for that question. In fact, we're very honored to be here today to be introduced again to your VCTV community, and we're very excited to discuss the Ethos Metaverse and Dodron. BioFi, or biometric finance, is a utility token. It's a secure set of solutions developed by Finovant. It leverages the blockchain and decentralized services, and it addresses the concerns that many people have about safeguarding their personal data and being safe from exploitation by fraudsters. We are not in the business of selling consumer data, your data, or intruding on anybody's privacy. We believe in safeguarding your personal information, providing peace of mind, and instilling consumer confidence by ensuring that the power of access belongs to the owner of the data, which is you, the individual consumer, each of you watching this event. Our solutions represent most of the business sectors around the globe, and they're available through an online ecosystem or a portal that contains a family of secure products. These are easy to download, they're easy to activate, they're simple to purchase. The BioFi ecosystem is truly global in nature. And anybody who cares about their personal data is going to love this ecosystem. We bring the speed, the security, and the anonymity of biometric finance to the DeFi space. And this has the potential to greatly improve personal security throughout the world while having a lasting impact. We have an amazing team here that is incredibly passionate, and each of them have decades of experience in the financial space and innovation and crypto and blockchain and IoT and AI. Our focus, in fact, is to provide the greatest utility to every person on the globe. And I'm going to mention this a few times during the broadcast, but please come and visit our website, biometricfinancial.org. There you're going to learn more about the ecosystem and you can become part of the community. As you've mentioned, we have started trading on LATOKEN just prior to this VCTV event. And we're so happy to be here today and to announce that to your community. And we're looking forward to a great partnership as we go forward. The team has an incredible conversation point today on the Ethos Metaverse and Dodron, which is going to really expand the capabilities and the utility within the biometric financial ecosystem. So with that, Javier, I'm going to turn it over to Chris Benedict to speak next. And you're going to hear from a very passionate team today. And again, thank you so much. And thank you to your community.
Great. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Javier. I'm not going to waste a lot of time because we have so many good things to talk about today and such great things to show you that you don't want to hear about us. You want to see what we're doing, and that's the exciting part. So very quickly, I'm Chris Benedict. I'm one of the co-founders here at Finovant, and I work on partnerships. You know, it's all about partnerships. And when we talk about the BioFi ecosystem, it's about expanding that. It's not about just Finovant. It's about making that bigger and better for the people who participate in it. So come join the ecosystem. And what my role is in the metaverse is, among other things, is we want to bring people into the metaverse. When we talk about the game, when you hear Cody and Ty talk about Doge Run, and talk about Ethos Metaverse, it's a great platform. But that platform is open to partners. We want people to come in. It's not just about us. It's about all the value we can bring in from ourselves, from partnerships, so that people in there want to stay there and can get everything they need. It's all about utility and usability. So with that, I'll pass it over to Cody.
I'll try and follow the short speech there. Hey guys, for those who don't know me, my name is Cody Dyer. I am the Chief Strategy Officer over here at Finovant. Trying to jump through it quick. Basically, trying to pave the way for the big vision, and working with these guys, they've really provided the foundation with the biometric technology to really expand a massive ecosystem and really create an captivating world that's now being biometrically authenticated as we partner with new companies, as we partner with CyberLead, as we partner with DAG, as we work with companies like Chainlink, and we bring verifiable randomness into this world. It's about a big vision, and especially as you see things. The major companies saying that they see Metaverse is $1 trillion industry. Fidelity now saying that they're going to be, taking Bitcoin for people's retirement. Barbados and other, saying that they have a Metaverse in the embassy. El Salvador saying that they're taking Bitcoin as a national tender. This is just the beginning of what we call the hyper adoption phase, or more people get into the market. And being in the space for crypto for almost a decade, and seeing the evolution of dApps and Ethereum and Bitcoin over time, and from people, from the 10K 2 pizzas Bitcoin to now where we are now, where you could buy 10,000 pizzas for a Bitcoin, right? So kind of seeing the evolution of this space, and really what my viewpoint of crypto, and a long time in crypto Twitter, and being bolstered by the brilliant foundation that Brian and Chris and the guys that we have on our back end that have been working with major companies for decades, has really enabled this massive shift in what we've been being provided with, the edge and the fun of what the counterculture of crypto, and providing the backing of what TradeFi and the foundation of actual products with years in development and millions of dollars in tech. So kind of putting this together, we've been really fortunate to set the way for our metaverse with the Ethos, and being able to provide a place where other companies and other games can come and bridge themselves in. So, trying to keep it on that short, I'm going to kick it over here to Tyler, a good friend of mine, Tyler Cunningham.
Hi, my name is Tyler Cunningham. I am an Ethos project manager over at BioFi. I've been working with Cody and the Ethos and Doge Run since its inception a while ago, to just create this world that can encapsulate many different projects in games, and then bringing it into the biometric financial security that we have. It's going to just make it just the most secure environment. We see a lot of problems with that, and having these guys to be able to back the game up and the metaverse up is a huge combination that's going to be a winning combination. So I'm going to keep it short, like Cody, and we can move on.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you to all of you for that great intro. Now, you have a lot of fresh news for us, which is fantastic. So let's start first with announcing the BioFi Gleam campaign. And I want to just share my screen here. So whoever wants to take this question can explain us a little bit about what is it? What is about this campaign? Just give me a minute. I hope you are able to see my screen now.
So I'll take a stab at this real quick. What Tyler's kind of created up over here, pulled together, is an extension of our initial launch campaign. So to bridge people into the BioFi ecosystems, we were going live, and the last time we were in the VCTV, we were promoting our Gleam campaign as the earn one BioFi for all of those who wanted to participate. And then we had over 18,000, about 18,000 wallets that actually ended up being the final after we sifted through all of the, it was like over, I think 50,000 entries, and then there was actually validated wallets about 18,000. So we gave them the one BioFi, and people are like, why the one BioFi? So this is something we can show you what you can do with just one BioFi for a fraction of a penny. You're able to join the BioFi ecosystem. You're able to download the Ethos beta, and you're able to get a 30-day free trial on the Unis Safe Box. We can dive a little more into that in some further questions, but that's a password manager and file storage, and as well as a dead man switch and inheritance feature. But the BioFi campaign is to give the InfoWorld campaign is to give you a few tasks and some pieces. If you scroll down a little bit more, they show the features on the 11 ways that you can get involved with the entry for over another $10,000 in rewards. Joining the Telegram, the Twitter, then getting a little bit deeper, finding out about the Cryptic Wallet, which is our wallet that's on the App Store and Google Play Store, and signing up for the newsletter, and then learning about how we've built Chainlink's VRF, verifiable randomness functionality, into our Ethos already, and how we will use this instead of random number generators with RNG, which are used in most games, and how we can do this on chain and make everything in the universe, in our universe, provably random on chain, verifiably random on chain. So this is just some in-depth entries for how you can learn about us, get involved in the ecosystem, and join the BioFi family.
Great. Learn to earn.
Learn to earn. There you go.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. Great. Thank you very much for that explanation. So, and that's number one announcement. Number two, and I think this is the most important one. From today, you are live on the LATOKEN platform.
Yay.
Yeah, well done.
This is true.
Great. Fantastic. Again, I would like to share my screen. If you don't mind, I just would like to show to our viewers this fantastic event. So there we go. LATOKEN. If you go to latoken.com, please go to look for the BioFi project, and here you have it. Here you will be able to learn more about the project. You'll be able to trade. You have information about the project, the tokenomics, what are they doing, what you expect, all the partners, and the team itself. All the relevant information is here to make a decision. Please go to latoken.com and search for the project. If you do not have an account in LATOKEN, simply visit our website, go to open account. You will just need one piece of information, of document to upload, and you'll be ready to trade. So, well done. Congratulations. You are live. Fantastic. Would you like to tell
Look
us
at that candle.
things about me?
We're very happy to be a part of the LATOKEN family, get in the flow, especially as we did the launch, and incorporate that in our foundation for as we're bridging out through more exchanges and giving people more access and being global, and having that exposure and really providing for your users, and then and introducing a whole ecosystem around what we can provide.
Definitely great. And we're also very much looking forward for it, cooperating with you guys. We really believe this is a very strong project, a lot of potential. So we're very, very happy to have you in our family. So there you go. For our traders, today is the first day that they're trading live. So please go to latoken.com, search for the BioFi project, and you'll be ready to trade. So with that said, also, I would like to jump then to the press release that you're going to have scheduled for Friday.
Yes.
What is that about?
Yeah, this is a fantastic point. Thank you for bringing that up. We're going to embark on this conversation today and talk about the Ethos Metaverse and Doge Run. And Javier, this opens up an incredible channel for us in terms of reaching millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of people around the world who love and are looking to the metaverse as a new entertainment arena. They're looking there to meet people. They're looking there to socialize, to enjoy the latest and greatest technology. And we provide all of that with the Ethos Metaverse and Doge Run. And there's going to be a great video that we're going to show a little bit later in the presentation here today. And
yes, go ahead,
yes,
please.
and this team has such incredible passion around this, and it's all integrated into the biometric financial ecosystem. So that's the best part about it, because it really starts to show you and the viewers all of the utility of BioFi and how important this really is, and the impact, the amount of industries and places that BioFi can interact with and integrate with. And we're so happy to spend time on this today and look forward to the questions on this, and then to show the video and take people to where they need to go to download it and play the game. We're very excited to share that link here as well.
Do you want to show the video now, or we save that for later?
Team, it's up to you.
Let's do it.
So we show it now?
Yeah, let's go ahead and show it now then.
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, so let's have a look at it.
You have your dogs waiting for you to come home from space in your travels. They miss
Wow.
you. They miss
Nice
you.
long flight.
That was great. Some killer graphics right there.
So that's
Yeah.
actually the in-game footage. That is not some sort of like animation of a demonstration of a game. That's the actual in-game footage of the game. That's actually outside Saturn on Titan, which is one of the moons. And then the sound in-game you hear is actual space footage from NASA.
Oh,
of
really?
the Titan's moon sounds. So when you're running around on the planet, you
You're
hear like
hearing-
the actual moon of from outside Saturn.
Wow, that's great. That's
Yeah.
amazing that you can incorporate that. Okay, now let's jump on it. Guys, what inspired you to build an Ethos Metaverse, the Dodge Run game, and integrate that into the BioFi ecosystem?
So the Ethos Metaverse kind of came as a foundation for where all this type of space has been heading. The initial concept, or we initially kind of came back last year with Doge Run, where we're kind of, I was just interested in doing a browser dog racing game similar to Zed Run, the horse racing game. But then I met the developer, who I was like seeking a developer. I was like, I just want something simple, and I like showed him the low poly things I was looking for. He laughed at me. He's like, check out this realistic space environment I can make on Unreal Engine. He like showed me the difference between what he could do on a web browser, and he showed me what space could look like on the downloaded version of my desktop. And I was like, there's no way I'm just going to drop some some browser game, when I could actually immerse you in on outside Saturn, watching the rings, put the actual sound in your headset, and then in the future incorporate VR, an augmented reality version, which is in the foundation for the game already, so you can sit around and you can look at the stuff. So as you can see, it's not something that's simple. The foundation for it's already there. It's been an evolution over time, and kind of taking this working. I was kind of in the two baskets. I was working with the Doge Run and the Metaverse, and I was also kind of working with the biometric authentication And then I partnered both companies with CyberLeap, who's actually they're making anti-cheat for gaming and verification for users, and they're working with the HTTP and DAG over there. And I partnered them with the Ethos so I could help them make their characters in game and make them their plan and etc. And I partnered BioFi with CyberLeap so that they could make the biometric authentication for their gaming ecosystem. So then it only came naturally, you know, as time went on, that I was going to, it made much more sense for Finovant to acquire Ethos and the Doge Run and give us more support than just the indie gaming company that we were kind of starting as, and really give us that foundation for the long term. You know, and as you see things like where like Microsoft acquires Blizzard Activision, you know, where they for a while ago they were, you know, they were a small company, and then they built out games over, you know, decades, right? And now Microsoft is like, this is the biggest, you know, one of the biggest gaming communities in the entire world, and that's kind of my, you know, our life of being in the metaverse and seeing the spaces, how it's evolving into the VR AR reality and the Google glasses that are coming, and you know, where you're literally be looking at your maps on, instead of, you know, instead of Siri saying turn left here, you're going to literally see a left arrow blinking on your screen and turn here. You're not missing the turn anymore, you know. So as we kind of see these realms developing with the AR and the VR, and the metaverse becomes a synonymous with, you know, the real world, and that line blurs, it is imperative. It is absolutely 100% imperative that we have biometric verification of the users that are entering these metaverses, because it's something like 25% of all traffic on the current internet is malicious bots. And if you can immediately wipe out 25% of the entire of malicious spam on the internet just with a verification through our ecosystem. So, and that, as that expands, you know, this is just the foundation. And like we're saying, we're interested in working with more teams and more people, and helping you build models and figures and getting you in the metaverse. And as things go on, we can do this for other metaverses. We can plug you know, work with CyberLeap to plug in with other metaverses and launch this. So I know it's a really long-winded explanation for this, but the foundation we are building is the most important thing. That's what anything I do, with anything these guys do, the foundation has always been the most important factor.
That was going to be my next question. If BioFi can be used for other metaverses as well.
So that's go ahead, Ty.
So yeah, so the BioFi main aspect is security. So the biometric authentication, the SATEC technology, all these things are based around keeping this metaverse secure. So there's a lot of bots and hackers in games, and especially when there's ways to earn from it. So being able to utilize all these security measures in the metaverse or in any other metaverse that people are creating is going to be a top priority. It should be a top priority. Security should be one of the #1 measures in any kind of gaming system that you're involving somebody's financial aspect of it. You know, if we can ensure that each person playing is who they say they are, it's going to make it a lot easier to differentiate the bots and the people who are in there for malicious intent.
Okay, got it. Yeah, definitely makes a lot of sense. And what are your plans for the metaverse in the BioFi ecosystem?
So the beginnings of the BioFi ecosystem is to start off with having the transfer over of the dogs we've begun to create on ETH, and beginning a new channel on the AVAX for our gaming ecosystem, and extenuating to the DAG as available, and being able to offer initial NFTs. And for an example, the Node phone that we are building will allow access to a Node planet in the metaverse game. So that's why people are like, why are you only selling 200 of those phones to start, or a very limited number of those phones? Or why is the phone so expensive? Well, the phone reward structure as is now actually gives the first access and is essentially a free version, or next to free, as you're locking up rewards. And then we give you the planet that comes with the phone. So once you grab your phone and you have the NFT for the phone, we're creating this metaphysical asset, as opposed to just having a physical asset, and as opposed to just having an NFT. You're now having a physical item that is also an NFT that's now a visual representation in the metaverse. So it's you're kind of taking what the traditional gaming industry or traditional marketing or traditional music, and where they have an album cover and they have to show you an album cover even if you're buying a digital album, or they have to show you a game box even if you're buying just a digital download, because it makes people perceive a product. So now, as you're able to do that for more things, or as you're able to have this for more digital IDs and for the phone verification, and this is the phone is a very early step of how you could do this with an electric vehicle, or how you could do this with any sort of item that can now be an NFT that now needs a VIN number or a verification number, and now is now a value asset, asset with a value proposition that can be utilized. Whether you're, and especially as we go into the autonomous vehicles, I'm going to be staking my car while I'm not driving it. I'm going to make the thing work for me. So that's the kind of the idea of a node phone, and being able to have it processing data points or these different products, or being able to have different product NFTs in our spaceships, for example, and have different avenues where you need to buy gas in the game to fill up your spaceship, or update new product models and new items that come with being a founding member, where we actually will be offering out for the people who purchase our products or enter our reward ecosystem for an early amount of time. We'll be awarding founder NFTs. That would be a limited time, whether it's 3 months, 6 months, a year has not been determined, but you will be the early adopters will be awarded a founders NFT, which will give you assets and property and real estate and commodities and assets into the future as we add more games and add more developers and add more assets.
Javier, I just wanted to add to that a little bit. On the biometricfinancial.org webpage, you can scroll down, biometricfinancial.org. You can scroll down and see a bunch of the flip boxes on there. And in the list of the boxes, you'll see the Ethos Metaverse, and you'll see Cyberly, and you'll see a bunch of other games. So people that are watching this VCTV event, I would encourage you to take a look at the website, get one single BioFi. You can access the whole ecosystem, the entire ecosystem, with one single BioFi, which you can get at LATOKEN right now. And take a look at the ecosystem. And for all the gamers that are out there, oh, thank you. You have the screen up. For all the gamers that are out there that are developing games, that have games that they'd like to include in the Ethos Metaverse and work with us on this, we're happy to work with you. Give us a call, reach out to us, and we can add you to the system.
If you can scroll down a little bit, we can see the flip boxes.
Yeah, if you scroll down the page just a little bit. Keep going. There you go.
There they are.
And all of the people that are out there that are looking and watching this, we encourage you to join up with us, become part of the ecosystem. We can work with you and add you into the flip boxes here, and join up on the Ethos Metaverse and join up in the ecosystem. We can secure your products, we can secure your customers, and help you flourish on this platform. So it's just a great opportunity for everybody, including the large community that we're building up.
Great things. Just as a reminder to our viewers, you can find more information about this at biometricfinancial.org, as you can see below. Please visit that page. If you want to take part in the project, then please visit latoken.com. Here you have in the banner is the link where you can actually trade for BioFi. You can join the projects, latoken.com/exchange/BioFi_USDT. That's the page that we showed previously, where you can actually trade, and it's live. That's the best thing. So don't miss out on this great opportunity. I'm going to leave this link here in the banner for a little bit more so you can take note. With that said, I want to go back to the NFT part. I wanted to ask, how will the NFTs and the advanced graphics that you have be utilized? And can you easily sell or trade them?
So I can touch on the advanced graphics for a little bit before we move on to the NFTs. So in the Ethos Metaverse is built on the Unreal Engine 4, which is a gaming engine that's commonly used in AAA games that these major companies are using. I don't know if we have any gamers in the audience, but games like Rogue Company, Sea of Thieves, and Ghost Runner are a couple games that have recently been released that are running on the same engine that we're creating this metaverse on. So the metaverse is going to be a top quality graphics, environment, and everything we do in it is going to be top quality. And the NFTs that will be transferred over will be able to transfer as a physical digital product into the metaverse and utilize that same Unreal Engine graphic.
Okay, great. And about the NFT part, will you be able to sell or trade them?
Yep. So that'll be easily available on the whatever AVAX exchanges that they're up and around. And as the HTTP goes live, we're interested in working with the Void and discussing the future of cross-chain NFTs, etc. So I think we're in the early rounds on this, but the future is very bright on NFTs.
Yeah, definitely it is. It is. Now, changing topic, what can you mention some of the companies you will be cooperating with in the future of the
Oh,
metaverse?
that's a great question. I know Chris is gonna just love to talk about this.
Mhm.
I would just point out, if you slide that screen down just a little bit further, you're going to see CyberLead on there. And we have some pretty regular communication with our community because they're building for this same environment. And they're a great company to work with. They're going through the Constellation network, and we meet with them regularly and work with them regularly. And they're an example of the type of company that is building for this environment. So the beauty of BioFi and the beauty of the ecosystem is that we support so many different industries and so many verticals around the world. And that's why it's growing so quickly and so large, because it really reaches every person. It provides utility to every single person. So let me pause there because I know Chris will have a lot to say about this.
Thanks, Brian. Yeah, we are having tons of conversations with people who are interested. Now that our token has launched, and we're starting to be more visible in the space, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on YouTube or a Discord, our community is growing. It's growing very, very rapidly. And people are reaching out to us about, well, how can I get involved if I am a provider, if I am a business? And we're having those conversations now. So, and they run the gamut. They run the gamut from gaming and Web3 companies to traditional consumer services or consumer businesses, consumer-focused businesses, to try to come in. Remember, what we've said is we want to expand the BioFi ecosystem. We've launched it. We just launched it, this month. So it's small. It's in its nascent stage right now. So we know it's just us. It's just the products that we've put in there. But that's not where we want it to stay. We want it to grow well beyond. So BioFi is so, Finovon is such a small piece, and all the other providers from across the spectrum of types of businesses, online and off, that want to participate. So we're having those conversations, how we structure that, how BioFi can be the medium of exchange, and how they can secure whatever solutions they have with biometrics. One of the important things that I want to make sure I talk about here, and we talked about this the last time we were on, Javier, is BioFi, the BioFi ecosystem will never take and sell an individual's information without their consent. We're taking a different tack from traditional big tech, who takes your data, monetizes it, and sells it, indiscriminately. This ecosystem will not do that. The identity of the person participating and whatever activities they choose to participate in belongs to them. If a provider comes in and wants access to that information, says, I want to know what Cody's gaming habits are, I want Cody to engage here because I want to give them a product, and in exchange for that, Cody is going to get a discount or more value than he would get elsewhere. That's what we're looking for. We want the individual to not only control their identity, but control who sees it, who has access to it, and how it gets monetized. So that's the way we're looking at it. We will never package and sell people's information.
Worth mentioning that. Thank you. To jump on to our next question, how can a partner purchase a world or add a new game?
I'm going to leave this one to Cody and Ty. These guys are the experts on Ethos, so I'm going to let them talk about that.
This is going to be Cody's node planet.
Yeah. So there's a couple of different layers to that. So as we were kind of stating before, the ability for an individual to have their own smaller node planet, which is an access, is kind of like the user base, is like the business to customer, the user end side of how they'd interact with the ecosystem. And the business base, for example, like Cyberleap, where we're working on the back end. We have weekly meetings. We're talking about building their planet. We're talking about building their avatar. We have mocks for that, and then we're helping or working with them on building like a badge NFT, which is how like their not exactly the town, but their founders pass, so to speak. That won't be the title on it, but like the early adopters and people that get into the ecosystem early, they have a badge, and then so you have like an avatar and a planet, and that's something that we're doing personally. So and they're a provider. So once you're kind of at that reward tier of depositing for the Emerald tier or acquiring the SATEC API, we can get in conversations about functioning with your planet and your world and what you'd like to use within your ecosystem. So that's something we're essentially adding as an option for ecosystem providers and people who jump in and have their own companies. Well, of course, this is something that takes development, and it's in cost, and it'd be much easier if you have your own game designer, but we can help with that. So it's something that we want to think about with people, and as they have their different product offerings, and as they're bridging that gap between, we got all the serious tech to back everything up. So now it's time to make the fun front end and being able to make it so that people want to click the button, so people want to get involved. And, and having something fun on the front end that's actually backed by something serious and has some real gravitas.
Okay, awesome. Okay, that's for the partners. Now, how do the people, the traders, can sign up or access the Ethos Metaverse?
So right now, all you need is one BioFi to access the Ethos Metaverse. And how you access it is going to our utility page, which is app.biofitoken.com or
.io.
.io. Sorry about that. And so once you're there, you can click user, you're going to go through a couple confirmations. You're going to do email, you're going to connect your wallet, and then you're going to sign a message too. Now, when you are at the sign the message point, you need to be on the Avalanche network. That's important. If you're on the Ethereum network, your MetaMask will pop up for a second, but then it goes away. So you want to make sure that you're on the Avalanche network. Now, this this signed message isn't a transaction. You're not giving any BioFi. We're not taking any BioFi from you. It's merely just to authenticate the wallet. And once you authenticate the wallet, you'll see your rewards dashboard. Now, on the bottom of the very first tier, you can see access to Dogeron/Metaverse. Now, this is the download link. Once you download the game, you can open it up, pick whatever username you want in the Metaverse, hit enter, and you're ready to go.
Okay, good. Then you can join this only even having one BioFi.
Just one. All you need is one.
Okay, that's fantastic. So again, to our viewers, you just have to go to the page that was mentioned before, LATOKEN.com exchange. You only need one BioFi. Then after that, go to the app.biofitoken.io and follow instructions that Tyler just said. So it's pretty straightforward. Just have to remember to be on the Avalanche network.
Yes.
Okay, great. There you go. Can you show us a demo about it? Or the demo is actually the video that we had, right? That was it.
Yeah,
that's the game itself.
Yes,
Yes.
that is actual gameplay footage flying around the ships. That's what it's actually like.
Okay, great. Because we were actually watching a part of the game. It wasn't just like some marketing material, right?
That's right.
Cool, fantastic. It looks amazing. It looks really, really high tech. Now, what type of worlds will be available in the metaverse?
What do you want?
Any type of
Yeah. So if you go to
sorry, that reminds me a little bit. Have you seen the movie The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
I saw it when I was young. It probably started a lot of the thoughts that I had.
Yeah, it probably influenced it. Well, the custom planets are you have full reign. You have full reign to do what you want to do with the custom planets. If you want it to be, bright and like foresty or dark and swampy, we can change the gravity on the planet. So if you want to be able to jump higher, we can change anything from the environment, raining, sunny, thunderstorms. It can rain diamonds. We can do anything. The goal is to put the creativity in your hands and let you build this planet that's going to be truly unique to you or your project. And you can have as much fun with it as you can. And if we can do it for you, we will.
That's the real kicker on it. So it's like the one BioFi, get your foot in the door. You'll have, it's kind of like you'll have your own that like I was talking about outside of Saturn on Titan. You get that moon base you saw, that little where the dogs were walking around. Everybody will have their own customizable moon base. That'll be like the the generic or default base that you have. And then your account will expand as you have more NFTs that unlock new worlds if you're just the user base. Or if you're a company and you want something that's built into the metaverse or these different projects or models, those are things that we can work on together. There was one time we were working on building a planet for a DEX that was on Phantom. We were in conversation with, didn't exactly go through, but we built them a model of a whole planet where they could like go to the planet. There was a castle on it, a little ghost pops up, but so whatever. The being able to kind of see that for your company, and then being able to, especially as the metaverse expands, companies inside the metaverse metaverse storefronts being able to buy product, LATOKEN being like an actual planet, LATOKEN world, you know what I mean? And then you actually go to the planet and you're sitting at a little auction house and you're a little character that runs over to this thing and clicks that button, and runs over to this thing and clicks sell or whatever. So it's like you can add as many levels as you want to this. So if you guys got a nice marketing budget and you want a metaverse, come talk to me.
Question, and this might be hard to answer, but how long does it take you to create a world of planets?
So a traditional game takes 3 to 5 years to make. We've got the beta of our model for the fundamental version that was done in like 2-3 weeks. That was just the simple racing because David already had a lot of this planet stuff. So we can do a world in under a month. With the right funding, I could get you anything. Realistically.
Yeah, and it's also going to depend on the complexity of the world.
Of course, if you want it to rain diamonds, it might take longer than if you want it to just rain regular water.
You just want a desert.
Because David does gravity. He does the whole gravity. That whole planet you were watching around, if you were to fly on that for 15 minutes, you would not get to the other side of the moon.
Oh, not even close.
Because it's realistic. So the initial space that's there now, what you're looking at, is a realistic galaxy. And then, so that's like our dimension. And then we're going to add on other worlds, augmented worlds, and other realities, and intercross different worlds. And, the Doges crash into the regular planet, and Cyberleak comes in, walks through a portal.
So how many worlds do you expect to have by the end of the year?
By the end of the year, I can imagine half a dozen to a dozen, probably, because we're already talking to a couple people, 2-3 people that are, 2-3 teams that are interested in having this set up. So if anybody's excited on the other side of this, on the other side of my portal right now, I will make you a planet.
Planet. There you go.
We've already got a couple of the actual solar system planets made too. Like another one we have was it Europa, which is Jupiter's moon, I believe. Oh yeah. And it's a dark, snowy. It's got caves, but it has that base too. Has the landing port for your ships. So some of the realistic planets and moons we have been working on for a while. It's going to be blurring that reality and bringing the custom planets in. That's going to make it a lot of fun.
And Javier, I would add to this that the beauty of this environment is so amazing, because just imagine for a minute that those spaceships are flying around out there and they're going to run out of fuel at some point. And where do they go to fill up? Well, the beauty of this type of a metaverse environment is that we can help prepare and sell gas stations. So there can be a gas station that somebody sponsors that's in the middle of the planet. There could be 10 of them. There could be 100. There could be 100 on every planet. And as more and more people join up and have spaceships and other vehicles, and they have to fuel them up, that fuel will be purchased with BioFi. The owner of the gas station, the fuel station, will collect the BioFi as payment. And as owners of the metaverse, we would provide the fuel to the gas station owner. And so you can see a virtuous economy building here with BioFi at the core. And it leads to a lot of passive income. It leads to all kinds of great things in the environment for people who want to interact. And it's just a wonderful experience because not only is it fun and exciting to interact with, but there's lots of ways that BioFi becomes utilized in the ecosystem, which is exactly what it's all about.
Oh, it's like endless possibilities.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Some might say too many possibilities, but we're working
Yeah,
on
you can
it.
get lost with that.
I'm gonna make it
Okay,
make
now-
sense for you.
It does. Now here's a good question, and it will be our last question also. Due to time, we have received very positive feedback from the community, so thank you to our viewers for that. And the last question is, and this is for anybody who wants to answer, if you could pick the game of your dreams, what would it be?
The one I'm working on.
Doge Run.
Okay. Fair enough.
Building the ethos in a way. So especially as the space or as our society watches more shows about uploading consciousness, Black Mirror or Upload, or is more concerned about a commercialized afterlife, if you will, as it sees in these shows. And as we're building into the metaverse and that line blurs and these uploaded consciousness and the Futurama heads in the jars and what really is the future for these people, I want to provide a place, or I'm going to work my whole life towards having a place I can upload my consciousness, or a place I can download myself, or even if that's not the possibility, just some place where I can sit in my VR goggles and watch the rings on Saturn turn until I can actually go sit on Saturn and or on Titan and watch Saturn's rings turn. But kind of blurring that line, and really I wouldn't be working on something. I'm making something I want to live in. I'm making something I want to play.
Yeah,
So,
ideally, with a game of your dreams is what we're trying to make right now. So
So-
if we were to take all of our components that because Cody and I have been long-term gamers for our whole life, and our goal is to bring every component that we picked up along the way and put them all into one game. Whether it's from group like storyline or group projects where you can play with friends, customization, being able to earn from playing it. Growing up, if I could have earned money from playing video games, I would have been a wealthy man. So if we can earn some money from playing video games now and play a game that we really enjoy, that brings everything that we've kind of picked up on as we've grown up playing these games, then it's going to be perfect.
Okay, great. Yeah, I remember my parents telling me, "Don't waste your time playing games. Not going to make money." Well, things change, right?
yeah, look at me now, Mom.
Yeah. There you go. Great. Well, thank you very much. This has been a great experience. It's a fantastic project. We're really happy to have you in the Token family. And to our viewers, if you want to know more about the project, please visit biometricfinancial.org. If you want to take part in the project, please visit latoken.com/exchange/BioFi_USDT. As you can see below in the banner, you can take part in the project now. It's open for business starting today. So with that said, gentlemen, thank you very much, Chris, Tyler, Cody, and Brian. We really appreciate having you here. I hope it's not going to be the last time you're in the show. We would like to see you again. If you have any new developments, any new planets, please
For
come.
sure.
We would love to
Perfect.
see it.
Be back until you get sick of me, Javier.
So once again, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And to our viewers, thank you for your time and stay safe. See you in the next show.
Thank you.
Thank
Talk
you.
soon, viewers.